From the years of 1850 to 1910, the realism movement spread all throughout Europe, especially in France. The realism movement promoted artwork that was real and honest, but nothing romanticized. The realism movement was very true and promoted true depictions of art.
Where am I? This is not France.
Gustave Courbet was a French artist from the realism movement.
Is that the 21st century that people have been dreaming about it? This place is not great at all. You all should come to the 19th century with me. We are trying to return everything to its essence. Nothing is fake. But see, what's this? In 19th century, what you see is what you get. You all should come with me. You will see some of my famous painting. The people love to see some of my famous painting. The sleep, the desperate man. Are we all desperate for something?
Courbet died in 1827.
But you are too immature to handle some of my greatest works. Oh my gosh.
His work still lives on.
My father died when I, Giacomo Puccini, was a young boy. I almost died in an auto accident. It's horrible. It was not until I was 50 years old that I fell in love with music. Before I knew it, I was famous. People loved my work all over Europe, especially La Boheme. Have you heard it before? Oh, I'm sure you have. You know, I wrote that song around the time of my mother's death. It wasn't so bad, you know. I also married a woman, and VID00001. But she killed a woman. She was so jealous of all the women I worked with, for my music, of course, that she spread a horrible rumor, and it caused her to kill herself. She said that she had an affair with me. Of course, I wouldn't do that. You know, I think you would really enjoy listening to some of my music. Why don't you come to Italy with me? Oh, come on now. You should come now. Oh my God. Do you hear that? They're trying to sentence my wife for 5 months. I can't let this happen.
Puccini had a rough life, a very rough personal life, but he was still one of the greatest composers of the realism movement.
I am Harry Epson. Did I ever tell you how much I love Shakespeare? Oh, I love him so much. And my friends always encourage me to write plays. Carolina is the first place I ever wrote, and it's a quite famous one. I love my life, and I'm satisfied with my family. 4 years later, I wrote a play about it. I call it Love Comedy. And one of my favorite plays is called Handel Gambler. I saw because probably people call it the female Hamlet. So, and I also love my wife, my son.
In the years of 1870 to 1960, theater promoted theatrical and dramatic conventions, which promoted real acting and performances. Henrik Ibsen was one of the greatest playwrights, and he was known as the father of realism.
You should all come to my town, and I probably will let you see my wife and son. And you probably would like to watch my plays being performed. Come with me.
Ibsen was such a great playwright that author James Joyce wrote that Ibsen was one of the promoted more criticism and attention than any other living man.
I have been working in the theater field for as long as I can remember. I wasn't a playwright back in the day. No, I'm not. Before I knew it, I quit my job as co-writer. Soon enough, I found myself a playwright, a playwriter. They loved my natural life. They liked I used effects on stage. I turned a short story about the butterfly into a play. Can you do that? I don't think so. Now come on and watch my plays.
David Velasco was a great playwright from the realism movement. Both Puccini, Velasco, Ibsen, and Puccini were all great artists in the realism movement. Come back to our time if you want to be real.